Happy Monday. I am so excited about this week. We have a lot of game plans, Kevin and I, to build more systems and make more things happen for everyone here and in our personal cleaning service in Walla Walla. And I just want to say that last week we had some incredible meetings with our leaders, both um, in our new Success Club, and then also just our lounge that we did on Friday night. And there was just a lot of really amazing, inspiring things that came up. Everybody was sharing about their experiences in this industry and really learning from each other. So I was really excited to see that. Kevin and I are really proud of you guys. And we know that a lot of you are going to be making some really big changes with your businesses now. And really, that's what it's going to require. We're all going to have to make a lot of fundamental changes and changes that our industry has never seen before, but exactly what our industry is needed. And honestly, with a lot that's going on in the world in a lot of different areas, this world cannot be changed from the top down. I think we can all see that now. The world has to change from the bottom up, and we are going to be that change. Us together, the HCA leaders, all of you working together and under this mission. So I'm really excited to start out this week, and I really hope that all of you are having a great start as well. Happy harvest. I forgot to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy harvest, everybody. Happy Monday. If you've been following Grace and I for some time now, y'all know that Mondays are our favorite day of the week. Why? Because it's a fresh start. It's a clean slate. Last week, like Grace had mentioned, we had an incredible week, especially Thursday at our HCA Leaders Success Club. We kicked it off. And then on Friday night in the Leaders Lounge, the energy there, just everything, I'm still feeling it right now. And I'm getting goosebumps right now, just even thinking about it. And so we're going to take that positive momentum from last week and we're going to carry it into this week. And we're going to start this week off by soaring. Yes. And so we invite y'all to do that as well. And if you need to borrow that momentum from us, you're certainly welcome to, at least until Thursday when we get together again in our Zoom room. We're going to, this week, the Success Club started reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey. It's an incredible book. If you haven't read it yet, we encourage you to read it right now. Start today with us. On Thursday, we're going to meet again on Zoom and we're going to talk about what we've learned in our first week's reading assignment. And then exactly, Grace and I are going to share with y'all exactly how to apply what we've read this week to our own lives and to our own cleaning businesses so that we can all level up our cleaning business together. And I wanted to say hi real quick to everybody that's joining us right now. We see y'all out there in the comments. And if you're here with us right now and you were there last Thursday at our first Success Club meeting or Friday night, let us know in the comments, hit the heart button, and let us know what you thought of our first Success meeting on Thursday and also in the Leaders Lounge. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that's means, I guess, the most to us and makes us the happiest and really gives Kevin and I the drive. I'm sure you agree, Kevin, is seeing y'all soar. And I know that a lot of us have the same issues and the same struggles. And what we're going to be doing with this book is really applying it to our industry because it's so concrete. We can really mold our business how we want it to be. And the mold that we've been given from the top down has not been a very effective mold. And so what we're going to be doing is really applying the information and the wisdom in these books to the cleaning industry and to our personal businesses. And that doesn't mean that, you have to do X, Y, and Z. It just means the basic principles and values found in those books really guide us to lead more effective and profitable, happy, healthy teams. And that's what this world needs. So I wanted to also congratulate Alicia and Eric Woodson. y'all are going to be making some changes this week. And so I'm just so excited for y'all. And I'm so excited to watch you try these new things out, the things that we discussed, and then even apply more over the next coming months. So y'all can really, I know y'all were talking about really like starting out really strong in January. And that is, I think, between now and January is a great, time frame to really, boost yourself up and figure out your systems and really be ready by then to start scaling. So I'm so glad that we're doing this book club and the Success Club. And I'm so excited to see so many of you soar. So
Yeah, absolutely. And today we wanted to share a little story with y'all, and some of you may be familiar with the story, some of you may not be, but we wanted to talk about a fella who was born in 1890 in Indiana, mom and dad, siblings. Dad passed away when he was 6 years old. Mom had to work, and so he was charged with cooking and caring for his younger siblings, which he did for many years until he ended up moving out of the house. But he dropped out of school in the 7th grade and left the home to become a farmhand, to start earning money for himself and his family. And then, from at that point on, he had several different jobs. He worked for the railroad, he sold insurance, and did a few other things. And he ended up being fired from every single one of those jobs. His mom and dad got remarried. There was altercations there with the stepfather. He got married and ended up in divorce. And so all kinds of setbacks and challenges were happening in this man's life. But he had a drive, and he knew he was meant for something more. And he knew that there was something that he can do, that he had a talent or whatnot, that, that he would one day achieve success. So it wasn't until he was 40 years old, and before this, he tried to start he founded a ferry boat company, and then he tried to sell that business to get into the lamp manufacturing businesses, and his ferry business failed, his lamp manufacturing business failed, and then when he was 40 years old, he became suicidal, and he thought about committing suicide because nothing was going right. All of his jobs fired, all of his business adventures failed. And he ended up contemplating and saying, what's something that I'm good at?
Wasn't he was like standing on the edge of a very high bridge. I forget which one. I don't know if it still exists today.
I think it was in Tennessee.
It was in Tennessee. So he was on a very high bridge. He was about to jump. And then this idea came to him.
And he realized, he said, I have a talent in cooking chicken. And if you think about it, where'd that talent come from? That talent came from when he was younger and charged with feeding and caring for his younger siblings. And he became passionate about the chicken, his secret recipe, his secret sauce with his chicken. And he said, that's what I'm good at. I make good chicken. And I want everybody to experience my chicken. And so at 40 years old, he started selling his chicken dishes out of a gas station. And then there was an altercation there, and he had to leave. 4 years later, when he was 44 years old, he bought a motel with a restaurant attached to it, where he started selling his chicken out of the motel restaurant. And it was becoming really popular. And then the motel and the restaurant burned down to the ground. And so he was still committed to his dream and his vision that he rebuilt the motel and the restaurant. Wow. And then a few years later, World War II and the Depression forced him to close down his chicken business. So he kept going after the war. He kept persisting mm-hmm. and said, I'm going to try to franchise my recipe and my chicken restaurant. And so he was rejected over 1,000 times before one person finally said, I'll invest in this. And of course, the guy we're talking about is Colonel Sanders. the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. He passed away at 90 years old, and at that time, there was over 6,000 KFC locations in over 48 countries, and today there's over 19,000 KFC locations in many more countries than that.
It's great
so
chicken.
It's a wonderful story of perseverance, right? I mean,
Yes.
all those things. I mean, imagine, in our lives right now, as cleaning service owners and all the setbacks and the
I'm really
challenges
glad
that
that
come
he
in.
didn't
And
give up. I'm just gonna
Me
say
too.
I'm really glad that he didn't give up because I really like KFC.
there ain't no better
Yeah.
chicken.
There really isn't. So yeah, it shows persistence. That
Yep.
I mean, if he can persist through all those things, and I know he got in trouble a lot, and he definitely was not a perfect person. But the fact is that he did have talents, and he persisted. So that's key. You cannot succeed without persistence.
Yep. The only way this doesn't work out, y'all, for us in the cleaning industry, he was passionate about chicken. We're passionate about cleaning.
Mhm.
And so we have a passion. And the only way this doesn't work out, that we are able to achieve success, like
Mhm.
Colonel Sanders, is if we give up. That's the
Yeah.
only way. And like Grace always says, we're a culture of progress, right? So the only thing that we have to worry about is being better today than we were last year, last month, last week.
And not compare ourselves to anybody else in where we are right now, because that comparison is very skewed. There's no way to know, and it really doesn't matter. So that's something that we are prone to do in our culture and today's world. And probably since the beginning of time, people have been comparing themselves to other people, but that is a useless and hopeless cause. So if you do that, stop doing that and focus in on you and your own growth and becoming better, like Kevin was just saying, every day, every week, every month. As long as you are getting better and you are further along in your goals, you are heading down the right path.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we started the AHCA Success Club last week, and we started reading the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People starting this week. We're
Right.
going to get together on Thursday, and we're all going to level up together. And this program is going to be a transformative program, and we're really excited about watching us all level up and transform together. And so if you're an HCA member, it doesn't cost you a dime to join this club, and we highly recommend and encourage you to do so. It's not too late. There's only 2 hours worth of reading for this week before Thursday.
Mhm.
You can get the book on Audible for a couple bucks. And there's a post in the HCA Facebook group right now with what chapters and whatnot to read. Do the reading assignment. It's only 2 hours. Show up on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and participate in this success club. It's going to transform your life, your business, and this is the way we do it. Persistence, repetition, and constant exercising and developing our mindset. 80% is mindset, 20% is logistics. We have to focus on becoming stronger and better leaders ourselves. And so I just wanted to quickly go over the scheduled events in the HCA community for this week. So this morning, our Monday Live, Grace and I are here every single Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time to kick off the week with you on the right foot, share important updates. On Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Lucia Cruz and members of the Spanish-speaking leaders team are going to be doing an hour live right here in the HCA Facebook group, 100% in Spanish. And so if that's you, if you do better hearing and communicating in Spanish, be here in the Facebook group Wednesday night at 6 p.m. It's always an incredible broadcast from members of the HCA leaders team. And then on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, is going to be our first full-on HCA success group. So you got plenty of time to do the reading assignment. We hope y'all have a great and safe day and night tonight and an awesome week ahead. We look forward to seeing y'all on Wednesday night and on Thursday night this week.
All right. See y'all then. Have a great harvest evening with your families and friends.
See ya.